Good morning, gamers. I'm Luck, and today we're talking Blue Lock. So throw everything you thought you knew into the trash because it's all worthless. It's all trash. You're used to watching anime, and what are you used to seeing? Fan servers or like a guy getting reincarnated into a slime? Pfft. The power of friendship, teamwork? Throw it all out the window. It's all trash. Everything you thought you knew, throw it all out. All the positive lessons you thought you've learned, yeah, get rid of them. But look, you can't possibly mean every lesson. Surely there's a lesson about picking yourself up when you fail. No. If you fail, you're out. Okay? Okay, so we obviously follow an overpowered MC, right? You know, a dude that never fails and constantly goes above and beyond. We get to watch him be a badass, right? No, and if that's what you thought, then you're not built for the most demonic sports anime shonen I've ever seen, and one of the few shonen sports animes I've seen, just period. You're not ready for this story. A story that delves so far into one's ego and how much you value yourself to get to the top, to become the best. You don't have the balls for an anime video like this. Talking about a show where every character has a villain arc. The most likable character has a villain arc. You're not ready for this absolute insanity that is Blue Lock.
生まれ変わるのは今だ。11番だ。俺はストライカーだ。
Okay, so with that little opening out of the way, if you guys want me to talk more about Blue Lock, then I'd be happy to, because I fucking love this anime and manga. I've read the entire manga and I'm currently following the manga. You can bet I'm gonna make at least 1 or 2 more Blue Lock videos, but make sure to comment if you want to see that, because I need to know, I need the feedback, because I adore this, okay? Now, Blue Lock is one of the 2 sports anime I've actually watched. Those 2 being Hajime no Ippo, which is one of my top 5 favorite animes of all time. I fucking love Hajime no Ippo. And the second one is, of course, Blue Lock, which is the thing we're going to be talking about today. Now, many people don't watch sports anime, and I get that. I totally get that. Why would you watch some random dudes playing with balls when you could watch, I don't know, someone killing titans or a wizard killing monsters? But let me tell you, I've never had this much fun watching boys play with balls in my entire life. But okay, let's just start by going over the story, because that's something that's pretty important. So we follow this guy named Isagi, who's kind of good at football. He's decent. He's kind of good. His team, on the other hand, is not so good. He's kind of good, but his team is not as good. But he passes the ball to his teammate, who misses the shot, and they lose a whole ass tournament, and his life kind of sucks for him now. Life kind of sucks for him now because he passed the ball. But then he gets recruited to Blue Lock, which is an organization where they take all the up-and-coming football players of Japan and make them face off each other to try and create the best striker dana. The best way of describing this to someone who hasn't watched Blue Lock is by saying it's Squid Games, but with footballs, with men playing with balls, boys playing with balls. That sounds so wrong. I mean, they even say this in the spin-off manga, episode Nagi. And instead of losing your life, you lose right to play for Japan. So you basically lose your right to play football. You can't have a football career if you lose Blue Lock. Oh, and I forgot to mention, but this camp has 300 people in it, and only one of them will be able to succeed and become the best striker, the top striker. The program wants to create a striker who stands on top of 299 corpses. All the rest of the players can never pursue professional football again. So they want to create a solitary hero for Japan's football team, a guy who's just built different. Now, when they first entered this, some of the people might be thinking, why the hell would I do this? I'm already a pretty good footballer, so I could just leave. I don't need to sign my life away. That's what you think, but everyone actually does sign in and does join the program. And you might be wondering why. The chances of winning are so incredibly low, and so why would you bet your dream on this? But the beauty of Blue Lock is that they're psychologically manipulated to believe that the striker can't have fear, can't have doubts, has to have this enormous ego where they believe that they are the best. They have to believe that they are the best and that they can't be beat. And that's basically what every striker in the series needs to do. To be the best, you have to believe that you're the best. So if you turn away from the program, then you're admitting to yourself that you're not the best and immediately losing. You're immediately failing, because if you turn away, then you don't think you can win the program, and then you're doubting yourself. You're not supposed to doubt yourself. You're supposed to have the ego. Every single person there needs to not only be the best striker, but believe that they're the best striker, to become the best striker. Now, what makes Blue Lock so interesting is the fact that most of this is rooted in actual psychology, and it makes a lot of sense, honestly. If you truly believe in something, then that will manifest itself. That's just facts. Not if you believe that you fly, you're not gonna start flying, but if you truly believe in something, then the chances of that happening is increased by a whole lot. Now, I really want to focus how fucked up this actually is. If you manage to actually become the best, then you've personally crushed 299 people's dreams. And don't forget that all of these people are your friends. Like, most of these people are your friends. You've been living with them, playing football against them. So sure, there's some people that are your enemies, but most of them are your friends and your allies. These people have dedicated years of their lives trying to achieve this one dream, and you crushed it for your own. It's such a screwed up story rooted in this concept of only caring about yourself, as they talk about a lot, ego. The guy who's training everyone is named Ego, which is very fitting since he's trying to create the epitome of ego. It doesn't matter if you're a good or a bad guy as long as you can score goals. That's basically his philosophy. And the story itself just gets crazier and crazier. The second selection, so there's different selections, different things they go through, different tests, different challenges. The second selection is basically 5 teams that all play matches against each other, and the 2 top teams, the 2 winning teams, get to actually move on to the next stage, which is cool. You think, okay, everybody is gonna team up and work with each other to try and actually win the games, right? Well, there's just one teeny tiny problem. All the top scorers from the losing teams also get to move on. So you're not only working as a team to try and win, but you're also working against your team to try and become the top scorer in case your team loses. So there's constantly mind games and betrayals, and it's so incredibly interesting to watch. Blue Lock is a camp of psychological torture where you not only need skills, but you also need the motivation and discipline to keep moving forward and to be cruel. Only someone with unbridled ego as well as skill can actually defeat his opponents, and not have his spirit just tarnished and spirit crushed by doing so, because he's crushing people's dreams in order to achieve his own. Every event game challenge thing they're doing isn't done in a typical anime power scaling kind of way, and the anime makes this very clear. You can be weak and win, and you can be strong and lose. The main character's original group, like when he first joined the program, has 12 people, but Ego basically immediately says that, okay, one of you guys gotta go, and we're gonna decide that by playing some tag. So they play tag, but basically with a football where they kick it, and if you get hit, you're it, and there's a timer, and if you're it, when the timer runs out, you're gone. And they immediately start doing this. They immediately start kicking the ball because they want to survive, and eventually Isagi, our main character, becomes it. Now, he joined this program with a guy that he kinda knew. It's basically, at this point, he's his best friend, the closest thing to a friend he has in the program, who's named Kira. He's supposed to be like the golden child of Japanese football. He is by far the best football player in the room, and Isagi thinks that, okay, he could go for someone weaker to just secure his place, but that's not why he's there. He's there to develop an ego, to become the best, and to become the best, he needs to defeat someone who's stronger than him. So he goes after Kira, and boom, gets him out of the competition. And this sounds like a lot. It might not sound like a lot, but it is a lot, especially considering this all happens in episode 1. And the anime never slows down. They keep this up. It's this psychological aspect of the show that really makes it stand out. Like, This was the closest thing to his friend, but it's also his biggest competition, so he has to take him out. He has to take out the stronger guys to make himself stronger and develop this ego of his. With that said, don't get it twisted, there's a lot of actual positive stuff Blue Lock can teach you. I believe that most of the stuff Blue Lock teaches you is actually positive. I think that everyone should believe that they are great, everyone is great, everyone is different and has their own skills, and everyone should believe that they deserve better. They should have an ego in that sense. And believing that you are better will in turn make you better. That's just how it is. It's a really powerful and positive psychology that you can learn from Blue Lock. Now, Blue Lock might take this to the extreme, but there's not a lot of anime or media in general that has this method of like, you care for yourself. You're number one. You have to believe that you're better to become better, and also you matter. There's often the power of friendship, yada yada yada. Blue Lock is you deserve better, and you are great. Now the Blue Lock project itself might be doing it a bit overboard, but the crazy part is that it's actually working. The players are actively getting better, getting stronger, and they're doing so pretty fast. And especially compared to what they would on their own without the project. Blue Lock teaches you to put value in yourself and valuing what your worth is, and that's just an incredibly positive and important message that you can take from Blue Lock. So Blue Lock might seem like this demonic ass thing where it's just you only care for yourself, put down everyone else, but that's not really the message that the first season of Blue Lock is trying to show you. It's actually trying to show you something I would say that is pretty goddamn positive, because Blue Lock teaches you to put value in yourself and value in what you're worth. And that's something that not a lot of media goes to show as an, I don't know if evil is the right word, but in such an evil way, but it's still true. And in the grand scheme of things, it's a positive message. And it's important to realize that you do matter and you have to actually believe in yourself and value yourself. But that's the end of this video. I absolutely love Blue Lock. I adore Blue Lock. You can definitely be expecting some more Blue Lock content because it is genuinely one of my favorite animes ever, especially when it comes to sports anime. The manga is also incredible and I've read all of it, as I said, so I could be making some manga content. Who knows? Stay tuned. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please make sure to like and maybe subscribe. Help me reach my goal of 15 subscribers. But that's basically been it. That's all I wanted to say, and thank you so incredibly much for watching. Have a great day.